baby. 313 Detroit love, the Motor City. Detroit love, can't nothing stop me. Detroit love, I love my city. Detroit love.
Welcome to another season 15 premiere. Wow. Whew, that's a long time coming. Another great show. That's the theme song, Trey Love, off my first album, the JLE Experience, on Music Copyright and Mute on Facebook. You can check this out on my YouTube channel, Middle Ground with JLE Network. That's the thing you see first. Got to put it out there now. And now I have this amazing guest I need to get a Middle Ground welcome to. We have award-winning event producer, community and cultural strategist, inclusive leadership speaker, and empowering communities founder, Sam Jenkins. Welcome to the show. Oh, forgot my little sound effect.
Hey. Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be here.
Hey, I appreciate you sharing your story. First question, what led you to this path?
I'm sorry. What was the question?
What led you to this path?
Yeah. So what's wild for me in general this day, December 5th, a year ago, I was in a job that for a while I loved, but over time it really started to drain me. I was there for 5 years. And a year ago today, I ended up walking out and I left completely unplanned. And it didn't just start like a career change. It started like the big journey for me. A little bit on my background. I started in recreation, community programming, and events, and I was in that field for about a decade. Wow. And I had gotten to the field because I really loved the idea of improving someone's quality of life. I liked to make an impact, and for a while I was really doing that. And I poured everything into my role. I love the creativity. I love being able to build things from scratch and creating things that people would come to that would help them just like let go of whatever was going on in their lives for a couple hours. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I loved it. But over time, I started realizing like while I was improving other people's quality of life, I was sacrificing my own. And the environment I was in, it was just very unpredictable. It was emotionally exhausting. I never quite knew where I stood. And that over time, it just started like slowly chipping away at my confidence and like my mental health and my well-being. And so I didn't know on December 5th that I was going to walk out. I didn't have another job lined up, and I would never, ever recommend somebody to leave a job without having another one. But I also would recommend know your worth and don't stay in situations that aren't serving you anymore. And a big part for me as like to why I stayed so long was just I was raised on the idea like you don't quit a job without having another one. You push through, you keep going. And that is what kept me going for a long time. And then eventually I just hit a point where like I realized there was more bad days than good days. It was costing me more to stay. It was affecting my family and my life outside of work. And so I just like eventually like hit that wall and was like, I can't do this anymore. And so I during that time, I saw a post on LinkedIn, and it was this woman who had been let go at her job, and she took a position as a host at a restaurant just to like get by, to put food on the table, to pay her bills. And she said something in her post. She said, "This is where I'm stationed. It's not where I'm going." And that really resonated with me, that like it didn't matter like what I was going to do in those next couple months. Like I had goals and I knew where I wanted to go. And I knew like leaving was going to open doors, even if it meant like I had to do odd jobs or like whatever for a while. And so, I mean, that's what I did. And like leaving my job was really how Empowering Communities was born. Before it even had the name Empowering Communities, I was just sharing my experience on LinkedIn in the months leading up to leaving my job. I wasn't trying to necessarily like build anything or start a business. I was just trying to like find my voice and find community because I felt so alone in the environment. And since I had already been speaking at conferences and doing trainings, like it finally clicked in my head. At this point, I'm not attached to an organization anymore. Why don't I build my own? And thanks to the connections that I had just throughout my career, as well as LinkedIn, I was very blessed to get opportunities pretty quickly. And then it showed me like my idea, it wasn't just an idea, like it was purpose. And so empowering communities started off with like inclusive community events because that was my background. And as I've healed over the last year, the vision has expanded. Now it focuses not just on inclusive events, but also like on workplace culture and leadership and psychological safety. Because a huge part of it is being the voice that I needed when I was struggling. I get to support people who are in similar situations to what I was in. And I get to be that person now that like gets to tell people like, you're not imagining it. You're not alone. How can I help you? I also know that not everyone has the means to just walk out of a job or leave a job. And my goal isn't to tell people to quit, but my goal is to help people feel seen and supported while they are navigating those challenges. Because ultimately, we spend a third of our lives at work. That's around 9,000 hours. And if your workplace is affecting your mental health, like it's going to spill over into every part of your life. And I know that's what happened for me. So empowering communities is kind of my way of creating spaces, conversations, tools for people to just feel seen and heard and valued.
I mean, that's amazing because a lot of people have entrepreneurial thoughts, but man, I don't want to jump out there. I don't know what's going to happen. Right here. And going through all of the ups and downs of it will build you to who you're supposed to be.
Exactly.
In that role. Because that experience is invaluable. Can't nobody teach it to you until you go through it.
Exactly. I agree.
Now, you also are the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion Program Manager for Oakland County.
Yes.
How did that
come? It's going great so far. I've been there for 7 months. Stepping into the role, it really felt like everything was kind of aligning. After leaving my old job, I wasn't sure what was going to come next.
Okay.
I knew I wanted to like still have a purpose. And so what I like about the role is that it blends like both parts of my background. It ties together the passion for the inclusion and my experience with cultural events and community programming, but also everything I've learned with like what a healthy workplace should look like, what a healthy workplace culture is. And now I get to work on psychological safety, leadership development, creating meaningful cultural programs for employees. And what means the most to me is that I get to support people who feel stuck or feel unheard. And I get to be that person now who says, like, you're not imagining it. You deserve support. And I work with an incredible team of people. We're small but mighty. And I learn from them every day too, just with how passionate they are and how no nonsense they are, and just so like ready to do this work. And I couldn't be more blessed.
Okay, now you mentioned psychological safety. What do you mean by that in the workplace?
Yeah, so in my experience, the environment, it changed every day. You never knew like where you stood, but you could kind of always tell what kind of a day it was going to be based on certain things that were going on. And so when a leader or a boss or whatever is like that, in creating environments where you don't know where you stand. One day you might be the favorite, the next day you might say the wrong thing, and it's like you're walking on eggshells. That does something to your mind, and it makes you kind of shrink. It makes you not want to talk in meetings. It makes you not want to bring things up. It makes you kind of shut down. And for me, I mean, it made me like hate going to work. And so having good psychological safety is creating spaces where people feel they can express concerns, feel they can speak up, feel they can say something that might not be what the leader or the boss wants to hear without being attacked or told that they're wrong. So that's what I mean by psychological safety.
Nice, because I'm like, I've heard that term. That probably happen to people because, I mean, I know it might illich when a lot of the wonderful people that made their money doing whatever their passion and goal and purpose was, you ask questions like, well, the books tell us this how you should do a culture, this, that. And you ask in real time, they're like, well, if the worker ain't happy, production gonna go down. And I'm gonna lose money because they mad they here because we got someone in power to lead that really shouldn't be there. But they think, do as I tell you, or I'm gonna throw something at you type vibe. And who you talking to? I ain't your kid. Now you got nothing but friction.
Exactly.
It ain't the productivity environment that people want to come into.
Exactly.
So I feel that. Now, you also were a cultural arts programmer. What was that experience like?
It was one of my favorite jobs I ever did. It was a really awesome experience because the types of events and cultural things I was doing were for like people who looked like me. And so I not only got to like provide this program, an event, or whatever the case is for that community, but I also got to learn myself and got to like really understand my own culture because of it too. And it did something for me that really shifted the trajectory of like where my career was going. Before I was the cultural arts programmer, I wouldn't even have known what cultural arts was, if I'm being honest. And then once I stepped into the role and I really got a feel for it, I really loved what I was doing, and it because of that, it's got me to where I am today.
Okay. Now, if someone goes to your website that I have across the screen, what would they see there?
So right on the first screen, you'll see a picture of me, my headshot, and you'll see my mission statement. And you'll just hear a little bit about like why I started empowering communities, and then the different services I offer through empowering communities. I do speaking engagements, I do conferences, workshops, trainings. I do day of event coordination. I'm an associate producer. I kind of am a jack of all trades, and that's what I kind of like about empowering communities, is that like I don't fit into one single box. I like being able to kind of do a bunch of different things, and it makes me just happy.
Now, what made you get into being a speaker?
So as part of the cultural arts role that I was doing, I was speaking at conferences about the different events that I had previously done, because the types of programming and events were just unlike some of the other events in the field.
Okay.
And so and they were well attended, and because of that, I wanted to kind of share the wealth. And I was like, I noticed like there's a lot of good intentioned people, but there's a difference between intent versus impact. And, you can be intentional about something, and not mean to do something, but you could still hurt somebody, or maybe not, it might not land the way you want it to. So for me, I wanted to kind of be a voice in a room that was like, we all are trying to do events and programs, and we want them to reflect the communities we're serving. So representation is important, and other things along those lines are important. And so that was kind of what I started talking about. And then over time, I just realized that I liked doing that kind of thing. And so I've kind of morphed like what I talk about now to be more like I can kind of customize it to whatever like an organization kind of needs.
Okay. Now, how did award-winning event producer come about?
So that was in my previous role. It was for Black History Month programming that I had been doing for 5 years. And it was one of the things I was the most proud of. It was me and a team of 3 other individuals, and we built something really special, and we brought the community together in ways that they hadn't been brought together before. And because of that, we just kind of pushed the envelope on what was like the norm. One of my favorite quotes is like, a lot of times people wait for something to work in order to try it, but like the coolest and newest ideas are like the ones that are new, the ones that like no one else has tried before, so why don't we do it? So that was kind of like what we kind of thought going in. And the programming was very well received, and we were very fortunate to win that award.
Amazing. I hear shining on them. I'm an author, so I have a spidey sense. Have you thought about writing a book?
I have thought about writing a book. I think
it's
a
not
book
wrong.
might be in my future one day.
Okay, it's not wrong.
Yep.
I think it'd be a great book. You definitely gotta come back when you do it and talk
Thank
about it.
you.
What's one thing that you will look to do in 26?
So one thing I would love to do in 2026, I would love to be a keynote speaker, because I have never done that. So that is one of the things I would like to do. And I also want to be a panelist. I've been on a panel through work situations, like for internal events and things, but I would love to be a panelist at a conference or summit or anything like that. And then in addition to empowering communities, I have my culture craft studio, which is my Etsy shop. And I would love to do a vendor fair and like have a table and sell my products and things like that.
Okay. I definitely keep your mind. So I know that when I be coming across people that do be having stuff looking for vendors.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate that.
I ain't no problem. We rise together.
I know that's right.
I'm a Marvel DC guy, so I believe in Just League, Avengers. You gotta have your superstar squad.
There you go.
It's cool to do it by yourself, but it's way better when there's more people because everybody got money.
Yeah.
You ain't looking at me funny. We have reached a point to promote what you have coming up now.
Okay. So in 2026, I will be speaking at 3 different conferences the first half of the year. January 30th, I will be in Chicago speaking at the Illinois Parks and Rec District Conference. On February 3rd, I will be in Ohio speaking at the Sandusky Conference, Recreation Conference. And then in March, I will be speaking at the M-Parks Conference, which is our Michigan local one. And the topic I'm doing is leading or supporting the front line, leadership practices for stronger teams. And it's really rooted in my own experience. And while I wouldn't change anything that I went through because it got me to where I am, I would love to be able to empower other leaders to do better and to support the frontline staff and X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, you need the frontline people.
I know that's right. They're the heart of everything. Absolutely.
I mean, I've been. I mean, Wayne State paid for my degree when I was custodian, and when you look at the cleaning industry, you can't do nothing without that being a backbone to whatever corporation you have.
Absolutely.
Need it.
Absolutely.
Like the frontline people that be at the front desk or whatever, those people are very valuable because without them and the one that might go above and beyond, they keep the company going.
Exactly. They're the ones too that are like getting the questions, that are the ones making things happen, that are like keeping the day-to-day stuff going. And if they're not being supported, everything crumbles. So.
Oh man. I have pulled trash before and people freaking out because one person had to take off and you found out they were doing like 6 jobs.
There you go. Exactly.
And no one knew that. Like, that's why, I mean, it was Magic Johnson that's what stuff just flowed. How do we like, they've been complaining because there's always one that's going to be, oh, I'm going to say something. Well, they've been complaining. They've been overworking, underpaid, so they took some me time. Now we just sitting here like, well, we don't know which way to go.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else got coming up?
Always check out my Etsy shop, Culture Craft Studio on Etsy. I do cultural products, a lot of like Black cultural products, but I do all types of inclusive things as well. And with Black History Month coming up, great time to focus on
Okay.
them.
All right. What has been your biggest challenge on your journey?
Yeah. My biggest challenge, it wasn't leaving. It wasn't, because I knew that was the right thing for me. I knew doors were going to open. But it was the people around me that didn't understand why I left, or maybe were trying to tell me to get over it or to stop talking about it, or to or like it wasn't as bad as I was saying it was, or whatever the case was. Like, not being believed was one of the hardest. Even with like my LinkedIn, I was sharing my story and ooh, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Sorry, my cat walked across the computer.
Oh, yeah.
But even when I was like posting on LinkedIn and stuff, majority of comments and everything have always been supportive, but there's always been a few that are not. And even to the point early on in my journey this year, I like just paused LinkedIn. I like deleted my profile for a while, solely because it wasn't healthy for me to heal. I was like, I need to heal, not online. I need to heal because I know what I went through, and nobody else does. And I'm not gonna like convince somebody, and I don't need to. So yeah, I think just kind of accepting that was the hardest part. And then also knowing that, like, while I was able to leave that situation I was in, there's still quite a few people that are in it and are not able to leave. So that was hard as well.
So at this point, how's your mental health now through all that experience?
A year later, it's like a complete 180. It's
Awesome.
amazing, truly. A year ago, I was very emotional. I was like quick to tears. Had a hard time even talking about what had happened. Like, this would have been a lot harder for me. So yeah, I mean, I feel so much better. Just having that weight off of me is huge.
Yeah, because I mean, it's crazy. 5 years ago, we didn't really talk about mental health at work or just daily life, but now, after the pandemic, we realize it's real.
Yep.
You need to tap in, check on your people to make sure you ain't suffering in silence, because we want you to be here and not
Absolutely.
so and so did so and so. What? But they were just so happy at the party yesterday. That's the front.
Exactly. Yep.
So it's good you're doing better. And your words, what has been your impact in the community?
I like to think that I'm like a connector. I like to if I am able to give people opportunities, like through my different roles and things, I've been able to work with a lot of different vendors and people from all different backgrounds. And in addition to that, I've been able to kind of bring them with me when I go to different roles or empowering communities or whatever. So connecting people to each other and helping them, like, I think, like you said before, like, it's one thing to do it by yourself, but like having that community and the collaboration, that's what I would say my biggest impact is like helping, like I'm helping other people reach their dreams at the same time that they're helping me.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, you need that one yes, and that was in one of my last business classes books. I'm like, this really in the book? But you
Mhm.
never think about, I want to be a painter. Man, you can't be no painter, girl. You can't do. Anyway, maybe you're right. But well, let's Google it. Or now
Mhm.
Skynet. Let's see what they say about it. And you be more enthused, like, I can do it.
Absolutely.
That one.
Absolutely.
All right, reached the last question. I need a Yoda game. Hopefully, it made you very comfortable. Give that Nietzsche type approach. What advice do you have for someone trying to find their purpose?
Well, what advice would I have? I think for me,
Mhm.
I just in my role, I liked what I was doing, but I just knew the environment like wasn't for me anymore.
Okay.
Um, and so uh what and one of the things that I liked so much was that I was getting to like again impact so many people, like not just the community, but like these businesses and vendors and things like that. And so and that's what put a smile on my face, especially in the early days of like my job. And towards the end of it, when those same things were still happening around me, but I just didn't feel that like joy anymore because of the environment.
Mhm.
Um, I knew it was like time to go. But I knew that like I still liked that type of work and what I was doing. And
Okay.
so I kind of like knew like I felt that was my purpose. And then when I was going through what I was going through, I also made a conscious choice that like I was going to turn that pain into purpose. I wasn't just going to let this be for nothing. And so it was kind of a conscious choice on my end. I liked what I was doing. I found what brought me joy. I found what I would do like for free, as people like to say.
Mhm.
Um, but I just knew like I had to find an environment that I could do it in where I could thrive as well. So I think like your purpose, it's like you find that balance of both. And then when you go to work, it doesn't feel like work because you're doing what you love to do.
Yeah, that's profound. Environment and what you do does matter because you don't want to be there. You ain't get to be the best you.
Exactly. Exactly.
Lord, I saw them people. A lot of those stories over the years. Like, I pray you found what you're looking for because right now you just cutting up and it's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
You out of here. God woke you up, man. Ain't nothing good right now. Everything just black clouds. Well, you got a point, Jeff. Like, I'm just saying, man. We just got out the bed.
Hmm.
And you cutting up like you hate this place. Like, come on, man. It ain't that bad, bro. They ain't working. Come on. Come on, work with me. The energy you putting
Hmm.
out is nah, it's Friday. Let's not do that. Come on.
Hmm.
Yo, that preacher, whatever, man. But come on. Tone it down. Go
Hmm.
outside and do it. Because the environment just feeling bad.
Exactly.
So I feel you on that. Well, how did you like your first time being on a podcast interview?
Well, I liked it a lot. You made it very easy for me, so I appreciate you making me feel comfortable and allowing me to share my story. Thought it went pretty well.
I got a little better tagline where we treat you like family where I suck.
There you go.
I don't like to suck. Anything else you have going on, you're more than welcome to come back. I'll leave in partnering. If you ever want to be a panelist on my ground floor social panel show, you can.
Hey,
If
there you
you
go.
need to vent about them lions, be on my sports show. And I'm working to format my new political show more to talk about different stuff. Because even when you were speaking, like, you need to talk about community stuff on your show. Have
There you go.
segments talking about that. There's a lot going on in Detroit. A new mayor, eventually new governor. So all them dynamics being to the show make it more well-rounded.
Definitely.
And you've been amazing. I mean, I read your story like, dang, she went through all that.
Well, thank you.
And I ain't like something like, man, I know that girl has some jacket crown or somewhere. Just reading this made me like, man, no, Jeff, you want to be Black Thor now, so don't touch that water. I'm like, ooh, she was going through it. Name things some jobs I had where, man, this can't be life.
Exactly.
Bad feeling.
Exactly.
Work, man, whatever, with my Crown and my Pepsi. It was one of them days.
Exactly.
It ain't even 8 o'clock at night. Like, I just got out. I need that. Like, this can't be life, man. We gotta find something better. So it took me right back to the old day. Like, ooh, glad she found something better. Cause that vibe is not good when you
exactly.
But I'm definitely grateful that you felt comfortable, and I know that book coming because I'll be listening to stories and like, that's the author you talking to, each other. Just ask them. And it should be a great story.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. I want to thank award-winning event producer, community and cultural strategist, inclusive leadership speaker, and empowering communities founder, Sam Jenkins, for sharing her story. It was amazing. I'm pretty sure you can go to her page on LinkedIn. You'll find, drink some water. Don't be healthy. Don't do what I want to do. When you read it, you think it's a little bit, and then you start seeing, oh, this is a thesis. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like a little mini movie.
Could be.
And like, yay, she wins. Okay, cool. But it's real. That's one great thing about LinkedIn. Sadly,
absolutely.
I learned about it in one business class, and our teacher got mad at us because go make a LinkedIn profile. Crickets. Okay, you really need to go on this page. What is that? You guys are business students. You don't know. It's the business Facebook. Oh, why don't you just say that?
Yep, literally.
I ain't seen no LinkedIn commercial. I ain't seen that. What were you talking about? And blew my mind what it was. Like, how about that? And I did it one day. Like, oh, it's easy. Okay. Oh, wow. All these people, they profiles. Oh. A new concept. Who knew?
Who knew?
She almost turned red. She's a black lady. Like, y'all, you business students. Like, man, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter before it's X. And I'm like, you got to let me know. Oh, we out here. Hello. Hi. But definitely appreciate you. You're always welcome back.
Awesome.
Anybody else you know that got an amazing story? Season 15, I need them stories.
All right.
Red Fields. Be more than happy to have them on here.
All right.
Hope you have an amazing night. Enjoy your holidays. I'm see you posting. I'm gonna make some clips and all that. You're gonna see it.
All right.
Get it and let people know.
That sounds great. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate you. I didn't know what I was doing season 15. Like, well, reach out to people, see what happens.
There you go.
First one, like, oh, well, we got some fire. Let's go. Let's get back on the ground.
Go.
And everybody be safe. The Lions did win, so I'm not gonna go crazy in another hour. If you saw the Thanksgiving rant, hey, sorry.
Is what it is.
I'm a Lions fan. Do better. Just saying. Win the championship, now stop playing. But enjoy yourself and Sports Lounge an hour.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Where's my I find it? Here we go. Don't mind me. I'm trying to find stuff to get out of here. Here we go. Thanks for tuning in to Middle Ground with JLE. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to buy my products, go to Amazon.com for my books or my music. Like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Middle Ground with JLE. And more to come. See you next time. Detroit, welcome to the D, baby.
3-1.